Why did you go to Alaska?
Job.
What job?
Basically everything that I could get my hands on.
But you were
that
on
was
a
like
student exchange there,
yeah,
right?
I was a student visa.
Oh.
Yeah, and like, it was just like summer gig.
Yeah, like I was
Okay,
in
you're
South Dakota.
leaving out like a lot of important information.
Like there's nothing more to it though.
Okay, wow.
Welcome to Behind the Sign, where we discuss the chaos and the rumors behind the for sale sign.
Oh, we're doing that again?
Hot takes about real estate you want to know.
We just should always have it.
We're experts in the Chicago market.
That's my
Yeah.
that's me. Oh, hey guys, it's gonna be unhinged. Make sure you tune up.
Good job, Nick.
Like everybody, yes.
Everybody golf
Like
clap, golf clap.
like a second grader, be like, yay.
Yeah, good job. You did it. We
Don't
made
say
it through
golf.
the intro. Don't what?
Say golf.
Oh, sorry. I forgot. This
You
is
look
no
like a golfer.
sports zone.
You golf?
Me?
Yeah.
No. Last time I golfed, I was 15 and my dad made me cry and I never went back.
Was it mini golf?
No, it was full golf.
Why do you
Full
hate
golf.
sports so much though?
I never said that. You said that.
And I stand by it.
You think I hate sports?
Mhm.
I think they are. I just think they're a business like everything else.
Oh yeah. of course.
I don't understand the culture of American sports.
I agree.
Yeah.
Also, especially, I really disagree with the culture of like kids in sports.
Oh my God,
And
yes.
like, it's so good for them to learn sportsmanship. Like, come on. Like, you're
It's for
like,
the parents.
the parents are like abusing their
I'm
children. like, sorry.
Totally opposite opinion. I think that's probably one of the most important things in a kid's.
You think?
Is sports?
It's like involving them in activities that like kind of. I don't know. I just think that kids should be kind of interacting with other kids on a daily basis.
Well, of course.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Think about it. These days, kids don't play outside on the streets.
Right.
Well,
So
'cause-
where else they can interact with other kids?
Yeah, no, sports and stuff, it's good for that when it's like fun.
Mhm.
But then it gets to this point, like, especially like in high school is what I'm talking
Yeah,
about, where
yeah.
it's like, you have to like do 2-a-days and blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, I'm 16. Like, I'm trying to
Literally.
like hang out
and
with
is
my
it
friends.
good for your education? Like
I
I've
don't know.
lived in this country for 12 years. I'm still flabbergasted by college sports in America. It's no matter how I try to wrap my head around it, like I don't understand that this is as popular as like NFL with all these 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
And then you
I
have like
think
a
that's weird,
1%
too.
chance to get into like a big league or you're fucked
Yeah.
for life.
And then, like, what happens to professional athletes once they retire? They've got this money that doesn't last. They
Right.
have no skills.
It's not like this
Not
anymore.
no
It's
skills.
not like this
I
anymore,
think
though.
the college
it used
sports
to
are
be.
so weird too. Like being from Indiana, like the only thing that we have like to do is watch basketball, and so my family's obsessed with college basketball, and I think it's so bizarre. Like they're like worshiping like 17-year-olds. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, this is so bizarre.
Right?
Yeah, like, what are we for? What? I don't.
I
I
don't
guess it's like
know.
I don't know. It's like I guess it is a form of entertainment.
So
So it's
not
an
a-
entertainment
I
industry.
mean, in Europe,
Yeah.
football is religion, though. It's not a sport.
Well,
It's
everywhere
legitimate
else in the world,
religion.
it is.
Like people will go, people will fight each other on the streets. They will spend ungodly amounts
But you're
of money.
talking about football, like soccer.
The ball that you kick with the foot.
Yeah, yeah.
the
Like
actual,
that-
the
that's
actual
the
football.
football.
Yeah, yeah.
Understood.
It's a religion. Though.
Shady.
Well, didn't
She's
it-
like, y'all are dumb. You know,
Didn't
because you call
Paris
it
just get like destroyed?
soccer.
The what?
Didn't Paris like just get destroyed
no
because
idea.
their soccer team like won and then
Probably.
somebody like
Oh, yeah, that sounds
looted the
about
city?
right.
Yeah, they won the
That
Champions
sounds
League.
Okay,
about
this
right.
is the first time I'm like, can we please talk about real estate? Because
Yeah,
this is
let's
the
do
one
it.
topic I'd
Let's
want to
do
move
it.
on from.
Okay.
Joe,
Katie,
sports.
take us away.
Let's start with something light just to get the juices flowing. This one is pretty funny. What listing words irritate you? I'm currently browsing houses available in my overpriced area. There are certain words that are frequently used in listings that make me cringe a little. Nestled, gleaming, boasts. What descriptive sales words or terms do you dislike? All of them.
All three. Like, honestly, ChatGPT. That's all ChatGPT.
Yeah.
There is no genuine descriptions anymore that somebody would sit down and kind of thought of it and walk through the neighborhood, especially experienced agents, and kind of get it, from the heart. Like, hey, this is my experience. I love the neighborhood
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. Everything is put through ChatGPT and it's so generic, though.
I think though, like, do you need it from the heart? Do you truly need it from the heart? I don't
No.
list in descriptions. If you want something from the heart, have your seller write like a little note or something what we love about the home and the neighborhood and leave it like on the counter in a place for buyers to
Yeah.
see. Like, I personally not going to appreciate your heart told description of
No.
a condo.
There was one comment that said, there's like one time I saw a listing that said, honey, stop the car. This is the one.
I think I saw something
So
similar.
I was starting to write like comical listing
That's so
descriptions
funny.
because I don't read them. Like
Same.
I go through and
Yeah.
pick out the information that I need or my buyers need. I guess maybe buyers read them. Like
Buyers, if the buyers like a house, they like dive
Yeah.
into the description.
Yeah.
Like they're telling me shit about the house. I'm like, huh? Where'd
Yeah.
you see that? And I'm like, oh, it must have been in the description.
I know. And then like if it's in that description, it doesn't exist to me. I'm like,
No.
put it in the private broker remarks.
I'm like,
where I can
I'm like
outline it.
Command F laundry.
Yes.
Command F parking.
Right.
Like I'm just looking for the keyword.
Yeah.
What bothers me more than the actual words in the listing description is when the listing description is in all caps. I'm like, who are you yelling at?
Why are you screaming at me?
Why are you screaming? It's like walk-in closet. I'm like, you don't need to
I mean,
yell.
The whole
We're-
thing though.
And I
The
can't
whole
read it.
paragraph.
Yeah.
We're guilty of this too, but I always get a
Don't speak
kicker
for me.
of like,
You're guilty of it.
no, all of our listings say it. Do not reach out to. Well, it's like, oh my gosh, relax. Like,
Well, that is because people don't read. Like
Right.
the listing
I know,
description,
I know.
the private broker remarks, like I have a listing right now that's rented until 2026. And
Yeah.
I have people being like, can I see it? Can I see it? Can I see it? I'm like, do you understand? It is rented. Oh, I read it. I read 2025. And I'm like,
No, you didn't. You
let me
just
put
didn't
that
read
in
it.
all caps
it
because
can't
you
put numbers in caps. You're like all caps 20, like spell it.
Can I
20,
change the font
20,
color?
26, parenthesis, 20,
or like repeat it, or I'll be like, read that again.
Yeah.
Go back, scroll back before you contact me. Leave me alone.
No, for
I
real.
personally think that out of towners probably do that. If someone is
That's a
moving
good
from
point.
like New York
Mm-hmm.
maybe and they're like kind of browsing for neighborhoods and they read the description, be like, okay, let me see if the agent actually put some kind of coffee shops next to it, maybe parks. What is it close by? Even though you can find everything in Google, yeah, it's easier to go off of it if you're out of town. Or if you live here and currently rent, let's say Logan Square, you kind of know Logan Square. You don't have to read the description. You don't need to know what's going on.
I do think it's helpful in the description when agents put like it's a 5-minute walk to this street that has
Yeah.
all of this
Yeah.
stuff on it, because even if you're not from out of town, unless you're a realtor or like a psycho, you don't know like
Same thing.
you don't know that like our Bissell is 2 blocks away from Armitage. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you don't really know what little side streets are closest to the main street
Yeah.
without
That's
looking
true.
at a map. So I do like when they have that more detailed, like this is the stuff it's close to, but the descriptive words are just too
or
much.
like the ones that are code words for other things, like, oh, it's such a cozy bedroom.
Tiny.
It's a tiniest bedroom you'll ever see.
Bring your ideas. It's a shithole.
Yeah, yeah.
TLC total got $50,000 into it. Yeah.
yeah.
I think what's going to be helpful for agents, and I've seen it on few listings specifically, if they list some seasonal stuff. Like for example, farmers market. Hey, you're literally a block and a half away, walking distance from one of the best farmers markets in the city. For
Yeah.
example.
That's like valuable information.
That's valuable
Yeah.
information because
Yeah.
some people don't know. They just don't
Yeah.
go to farmers market.
And
Me,
white women in
I don't
Lincoln
know.
Park
People.
are craving a good farmer's market close by. So they went through
We
there.
sure are. I tell
How often do you
everyone-
go to a farmer's market?
Well, never, because I work on Saturday.
I go every
so-
weekend
Every
at
Saturday.
like 7 a.m.
Every Saturday, 7 a.m.
Well,
same.
I'm not drinking or eating like gluten or dairy right now. I'm buying like vegetables. It's like the
Anastasia's
most
on a
exciting
cleanse.
thing. I am on a cleanse.
She's trying to
Because-
figure
I'm
out
trying
her
to be
hormones.
hot by the time this blows up.
you're already hot.
Thank you.
Wait, what if we like release the first episode and you're like look completely different?
Yeah.
And then it's like, wait, who they switch co-hosts?
100,000 followers and I get a nose job. That's it. Easy.
The whole job
Wait,
of
I'll get a nose job if we get to 50.
Let's go.
50. Wait, what? 50 what?
50
Wait, we got to clarify
50
this.
50 followers.
If we get 50,
you really want a nose job.
Yeah.
Why? What's wrong with
No,
your
like,
nose?
what's wrong with your nose?
I just don't like when I smile, it goes down.
Oh, I see it.
Okay, but it is true. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
You
anyway.
don't need a nose
Oh,
job.
Moving on.
just my
50
two
followers. Send me your surgeons.
Katie's favorite things: nose
We're going
jobs
to
and farmers
Turkey.
market.
No,
That's
I
for
don't
hair,
really
though.
go to
Is
the
it
farmer's
deep?
market, but
Yeah,
my house is
everything.
close to the farmer's market.
Okay.
So, you know. So yeah, when I sell my house, I'll be like 2-minute walk from the Lincoln Park Farmer's Market.
No,
I'll sell it
it's-
for you. Oh, here's a question actually regarding this. I this is a hot take. If you were going to sell your home, would you be the listing agent on it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, I don't think I would.
Oh,
Why?
Because I feel like I would want an objective.
opinion.
Yeah, I would want to put it on somebody else. I would be like, Katie, sell my condo.
Okay.
And I feel like I see this often where it's like listing seller is an agent but not the listing agent.
Hmm.
Because I feel like I would want I feel like I'd be too emotional to it.
I feel like
Yeah.
sometimes that happens when somebody's like in suburbs or something like that, or they don't really live there.
I
or they don't really
actually
practice anymore.
am under contract with something that the owner is an agent and he had another agent represent him.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, I'm
Are
not.
they
I
good
see what you're
agents?
saying. I'm not
Yeah.
opposed to it.
Yeah.
I have like a moral superiority where I feel like I wouldn't be biased, but I totally would.
Yeah.
Right.
You'd be like, I'm so close to the farmer's
How
market.
dare
50
you.
grand higher.
Yeah. Be like, well, I have wallpaper and everyone's gonna love it.
I feel that the situation with you hiring as an agent, you hiring a third party, like a different agent to represent you. I personally think that you probably don't do a lot of business and you're doing it part time. Maybe you're
Oh.
holding your license.
Oh,
That's
no
how I usually
shade
read
to
it.
I'm
Joe.
sorry. Wait, was that? I'm sorry. Let me
Wait.
catch up. Are you I'm very busy. Is that what you're saying? I'm not busy?
No. I'm saying that like the majority of the cases is someone else is someone else has a real estate license and is represented by somebody else who is a broker. I don't see the logic behind it. Why would you hire a third party?
Well,
To not be
because-
biased.
Well, yeah,
not
to
do
not
it.
be biased.
I mean, the
or-
market will tell you if you're biased or not. Like, for example, if your home is selling for $1 million and you're like, well, I want 1.1, you put it on the market for 1.1. Absolutely nobody gives you an offer for a month and a half and be like, okay, the market told me that I am biased and I overpriced it. Just drop the price. Like, why do you have to pay?
I know, but
Why do you have to pay $30,000 to
I
somebody to do
mean,
that?
Joe obviously has a big ego, so I don't think he's gonna recognize.
Wow, shots fired today.
Oh,
I do. And I try to check it. And I think that would be a way to check my ego would be to have
Yeah.
somebody else list it.
But that's an expensive.
That's an expensive
outsourcing
ego,
to
though.
do.
Like, if you have $1 million home, you're gonna pay like
Yeah.
shit ton of money. Like, I mean, again, it's your money. I mean, if you have $1 million home, like, are you parting way with 50 G's?
I regret asking this question.
Just saying, though.
Nick,
I
so
know-
Well, you've
actually,
done it, right?
realtors are
You've sold
useless.
your
Why
home.
wouldn't you just sell
I've
it
sold
yourself?
my home.
We are redoing our condo, and I'm like, oh, this is really nice. I'm like, should we just sell it?
No, you have
I'm
been
like,
so
should we put it back in
excited.
the market?
You've
Let's
been
make
so
a buck.
excited to like enjoy it. I feel like
When have you ever seen me excited?
okay, sorry, never mind. But I
No,
feel
you
like
have
you
a-
were
you have a
talking
resting
about
bitch face.
today.
today.
You do have the resting bitch face, but
No.
that's why no wrinkles.
Well, that's Botox, and
Botox.
filler. Not a nose job though yet. I don't really know if I would do a nose job.
No, I think your nose is really cute and perfect.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's how you are nice.
I don't know
Actually.
anything about that. Okay, Katie, give us the next scenario.
Okay, the next scenario is a special submission from Nick. And I
Wait,
actually,
this is from you?
I don't know. Like, I
Oh,
don't
no,
remember
no,
what
no.
I sent her.
Yeah, he sent me.
Oh, you- okay.
Yeah,
I just sent her examples.
I didn't know
But-
that
What
was
are you
allowed.
bored? You're not that busy? You have
Yeah.
time to just send
Yeah.
her. Okay.
But I think this play is about me because I am like was in this exact situation.
See, everything is about you.
Yeah,
There's that ego.
it's my world. You're all just living in it. Okay. I am currently looking to purchase my first home. I currently rent and wasn't actively in the market for purchasing a house. However, an opportunity came up that a friend is selling their house and I have strong interest in it. The seller also seems seemingly motivated to sell it to me if we're able to work out a deal that's beneficial to both of us. The house isn't currently listed, but the seller already signed a listing agreement with an agent. The seller wants to continue to use the agent. I would prefer not to use an agent, but the seller suggested that we could use the same agent and then split their commission fee between the both of us. The agent was charging 3%, and they could each charge 1.5%. What would
No.
you recommend to do in this situation?
That's not how it
I'm
works.
a little
first of all.
little confused though. Like,
The
so
seller pays
basically
the
the
commission.
person who will be buying the house and being not represented by the agent will get a commission.
No. Nick, you sent this to me.
Didn't read it.
Nick is like, oh, this one's super long. Let me send it to Katie.
Let's
She'll
break the-
figure it out.
let's break this down. There's an owner of a house who wants to sell to their friend.
Mm-hmm.
They already signed a listing agreement.
Mhm.
The friend, the buyer, is interested in the
Buying a house.
property.
Correct.
Yep. They want to know if they should only use that one listing agent and split the commission between the buyer and the seller, or go a different route.
Right, because the seller had already signed the listing agreement and they were planning to go live.
Mhm.
And so he since he has a signed agreement, he has to like technically go through with it.
Yeah.
So the seller's probably like trying to say like, oh, we'll split it, blah, blah, blah. Like it'll be beneficial for both of us. But then it's like a dual agent situation, which is not ideal. Or other
That's not how
option
it
is
works
like,
either.
Now I
you
understand
can-
what you mean. Like basically,
Yeah.
you want the buyer to cover some of the commission for the agent.
right.
Now-
And they are both represented by that agent, or the buyer would not be represented by the agent, and then the seller would be represented by an agent.
Well, that's also not how it works. If I am the listing agent and I have somebody, first of all, we don't love dual agency because then nobody's properly represented.
Yeah.
Because I know the bottom line of the seller, know the bottom line of the buyer. Nobody's winning in the situation.
It's not ethical.
But even I'm assuming what happened probably is they had listed the seller's agent and then kind of how we do it, seller's buyer's agent as a negotiable. So there was no number. But even if they decide to represent both parties, they will not charge you just same amount of money because they're doing more work.
well,
Like I wouldn't,
Yeah, I
right?
mean,
Like,
I don't
that's just not how
know.
it works.
I don't know. I feel like, well, okay. So I was in this situation and I had a signed listing agreement and we had photos scheduled, staging, whatever. We were ready to go on the market. And the seller's downstairs neighbor caught wind that he was going to sell and he made him an offer. The seller like cut me out of the negotiation, came up with this deal that he thought was good, which was way less than what we could have gotten if we went on the market, but to each his own. And I said, congratulations, but we already have an agreement. So you still have to pay me something.
Pay
And
up, mother.
I ended up renegotiating the commission to like a flat fee. And I didn't charge my full commission, but I did we used our transaction team to like keep the buyer on schedule and to like keep the whole transaction moving forward. So like no one was really like represented, but like
Okay.
they technically were both like getting services from
Gotcha.
our team.
Interesting.
I mean,
I
I
see.
think the major question is here, like agree or disagree. Any buyer needs their own representation. I
Yeah.
would think yes.
Especially a
In most cases, yes.
first time home buyer, unexperienced home buyers who have never done a
Yeah.
transaction in their life. Yes, I personally believe you should be held. Your hand should be held throughout the whole process. Every question should be answered. You should know about the association, especially if you're buying in a condo building. You should know the procedures. You should know all of that stuff. Especially in our state, when you have attorney review, you have inspection period and all that stuff. What happens if you open attorney review, you don't do inspection in 5 business days, 6 business days? If the seller is a kind of a prick, be like, okay, close, that's it. You're not allowed
Yeah.
to do inspection anymore.
And this is what I was just talking to Joe about
Oh, yeah, I
earlier
was
this
just gonna bring
morning.
that up.
Like real estate brings in any money, but real estate especially like brings out the absolute worst
Oh
in
my
people.
God.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, you think this seller is your friend now, but like wait till you start asking them to fix shit in their house after the inspection and blah, blah, blah. They're going to turn into your worst enemy.
Oh, yeah.
And like, it's just, yeah, like you need an unbiased party or someone that is representing you to like remove the emotions out of it because yeah, like real estate just brings out the absolute worst in people.
Yeah.
One of the best pieces of advice I ever got from a friend of mine was, with money and men, no one's your friend.
Facts.
So you say that the seller is your friend, but when there's dollar signs and signatures about to happen, you will
Yeah.
get run over
For sure.
for $1.
Especially with the seller has the advantage at this point. They actually have an agent, a professional who's
Yeah.
representing them, and they're
And they have
literally
something the
guiding
buyer
them
wants.
through it.
Right.
Yeah. So I personally think if you haven't done a transaction before, yeah, don't gamble. Hire somebody, pay them. If you have to pay them like a few extra $1,000, do it. If you're an investor and if you've done few deals in your life and you know what's going on, you know how the process is, and you find a good deal, and yeah, you can go if you buy cash and be like, okay, cool, like no inspection, no nothing,
I've
whatever,
had
buy
that
it, but you
done
know the
to
risk.
me before when I worked. It was prior to all the buyer exclusivity agreements being required, but I had 2 people that I worked with, and then they've both bought homes before, and they both bought from their neighbor, and they cut me out of it, and like. It sucks, but I also get it. If you've done it multiple times and if you think you can get it done with the attorney, like you probably will be fine. Is it like the
Yeah.
most like nice thing to do to somebody who's worked with you and like I truly worked with these people? No, but I understand where they're coming from. So I think if you've done it like multiple times, in the same city. Like if you've done it multiple times in Indiana and then you move to Chicago. I don't know why I always say Indiana. I'm sorry, Katie. I'll take a different state in Wisconsin.
Well, Indiana, they don't use attorneys. So it's
that's
a good
example.
state to
Thank
like
you. Yeah.
compare.
I would
Indiana-
still do an agent though.
Indiana and Wisconsin are basically the same thing. The other thing too is like if you do go your own route, you lose a resource even after you close.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Because now you don't, like, let's say your HVAC goes out after you close and they contact me. I'm like, I didn't represent you. Why am I going to do you any favors now? You know what I
Right.
mean? Like you lose like kind of a
yeah.
long-term resource if you're going to cut an agent out.
Exactly.
So you might save in the short term, but in the long term, like, you know, I still help people out that have closed 2 years ago with shit that's going on because the
Yeah.
experience was positive and they trust me and whatever. But if you cut me out of the deal, like I'm not doing you any favors.
No, for sure, no.
I also think in this particular situation, like I'm thinking of it as they've already like negotiated the deal, like just between these two people. And like, if they want to use one agent to just like keep the transaction going, then maybe like the seller pays them 2.5% and the buyer pays 0.5% or something. Like, I don't think that they should split the commission evenly, especially if the like, because the seller probably already got like a CMA done and got the agent's recommendation on price
Maybe
and
even the
marketing and whatnot,
photos, yeah.
which is, again, in my situation, why I was like, no, you still have to pay me because I'm the one who told you how much you could sell this for, and that's how you negotiated this deal. Like, without my knowledge and the time and preparation that I put into that presentation, you wouldn't have even known where to start with this deal. So then in that case, I still think that they could maybe use the same agent for like transaction purposes if the buyer just wanted like a little bit of support with like keeping things on track, but they shouldn't pay.
But-
Yeah, but if you're negotiating, then you definitely should get your own
Yeah.
agent.
Yeah, but think about the balls of that first-time home buyer. He's like, okay,
Well, I don't
imagine-
know if he is a first time home
He's
buyer.
renting, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like think about the ego behind it. He's like, okay, you're buying a hypothetically $500,000 home, right?
Well,
And,
actually, it says it's 200,000.
like whatever. Like let's say $200,000 home,
Baroque.
and let's say you probably do a little bit of research on your own to see how much the properties are selling in the area and all that stuff. But I mean, who knows if the market is dipping a little bit or do a correction? How long of the other homes are sitting on the market? Like, are you sure you're not overpaying by $20,000?
Yeah, you don't have a trained eye and you don't have the resources
Exactly.
that I can provide you.
Exactly.
Inspectors, attorneys, like that is invaluable.
Is it worth to
in
pay
the
a
long
flat
run.
fee? Is it worth to pay a flat fee to a broker to represent and be like, yeah, I'll give you $1,000, give me all the information that you have for this property, and which this $1,000 can save you $10,000.
Yeah.
Just a flat fee and be like, hey, literally,
You don't even have
write
to
a
get in your car.
write a contract for me. You don't have to show me the house.
Mm-hmm.
Write a contract, run me all the comps, tell me if this property is worth 200,000 or is worth 195, whatever it is.
That's what I think an experienced investor would do.
Yeah.
Would you know what I mean?
Just a
But-
flat fee, like pay somebody $1,000, even if that person tells like, yeah.
I also
actually,
didn't
It's
love
worth 200,000
how
paid.
this person was like, well, I prefer that they didn't use the agent. It's none of your business at this point. They hired them. It's their representative. You
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
no
like
say.
it's not your
Yeah, right?
It's not their problem that you are choosing not to be represented.
Right.
So like if they're choosing to be represented and they're taking advice and resources from this person, then that person deserves to be paid, and that's the seller's responsibility. So yeah, I don't think you should split it unless, again, it's like a simple transaction thing. Or like, yeah, if you feel confident, don't get represented. But if you do not feel confident, then
And I think
seek
this
representation.
Yeah, I think this all comes down to what we talked about last week, like where people just take for granted what we do. Like ultimately at the nuts and bolts of the story is like, I want this, I feel like this, I feel like, and I'm like, you have no idea what you're talking about because you're not in the business.
Yeah.
So like would you go to a doctor's office and be like, well, I would prefer that they didn't use this doctor, they use this, like you're not the expert.
Yeah.
So please seek what? You don't think we're like doctors?
No, I agree. But did you guys see Julia? Julia's another agent on our team. If you guys are new here, she posted a TikTok yesterday.
I'm not on TikTok.
She was like, I asked somebody like what their budget was, and they said they didn't know, which is fine. So then I asked them how much they had saved for the down payment, and then they got all cagey and like didn't want to tell me. And she's like, when you go to the doctor's office and like they ask you how much you weigh, you lie. It's like, and then if you lie, they make you get on the scale. It's like, I'm not asking to see your bank account. I'm taking your word for it. It was really funny.
Yeah, seriously,
It's
go to
so
like
funny.
you go to doctor's office for your knee hurts and be like, it's my shoulder. Maybe. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
kind of be honest with them. And this is why I
Yeah.
tell my clients when I connect them with lenders, be like, why lie to the lender? Like,
Oh,
they're gonna
well.
run your credit, they're gonna check your bank statements, they're gonna get your W-2s, they're gonna get your tax returns. Why the fuck lie to the lender? Just tell him everything. I'm hiding $50,000 cash under my mattress. What do I do? How do I put him into the deal? And the lender will tell you how to do it.
Yeah.
That's
I
it.
recently just was like 2 days before closing, the lender called me and was like, yeah, the client like misrepresented her assets. And I'm like, why the frick would you do that? Because then everybody has to jump through hoops and like rejigger stuff. And just like, why are you causing people more headaches?
Well, I just had a client fill out a mortgage application, and the lender called me. He's like, they didn't fill out their social security number, date of birth. They just filled out their name and income, and they're like,
Nice.
do with it what you please.
I mean,
They're like, no,
they can still give him a pre-approval. It's
Not
gonna be a
without-
bullshit pre-approval. though.
Not without like running the credit. He
Yeah.
didn't fill out like his social security number, anything. Like, no,
Gonna
you
be-
can't.
It's going to be one of those like preliminary pre-approvals that you go to rocketmortgage.com and be like, I make $200,000. My credit is 800. Okay, there you go. You can have
Yeah.
$1 million home.
Not every pre-approval is like.
Yeah. Well, anywho,
Next.
next. I guess to wrap that up, do whatever you want. You seem like you are way more educated than everyone that you could pay. So good luck.
Most people think so.
Good luck.
Okay. My neighbor ruined my open house. What can I do? Had my open house today, and my neighbor trespassed onto my property and came in my house and screamed at my realtor and 5 prospective buyers who were touring the house, telling them they can't be parked on the side of the road and that they're going to cause an accident. Mind you, they were parked in front of my house along the road. Nobody was parked in front of her house. I will admit we do live on a busy road, but it's not illegal for people to park on the road and if they choose to do so. I busted my ass to make this house look great for something like this to happen has me completely demoralized. What can I do? Has anyone else had a similar situation that they've been through? And how can I navigate it? Is there any legal recourse I can take? I don't know about legal recourse, but you should egg your neighbor's house.
If it's an open house, no one's trespassing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The trespassing is the
First
big
thing.
issue.
It's
Right.
called
First
an
thing,
open
house. You open the door for the
Right.
public.
But it is like so discouraging for this person because, yeah, all those people in that house are like, I don't want to move in next to this psychopath.
Well, and I mean, for the seller, I'm like, you have to set the expectation. You probably already know your neighbor's a dick.
Yeah.
So maybe
Yeah.
beforehand you say, I'm having this open house. Are you cool with people parking on the street? No one will block your driveway, yada, yada, yada. Like,
It's so
set the
tough.
expectation.
Yeah.
Also, like, clearly this person doesn't like you. So, like, why wouldn't she want you to move out? You know?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, clearly she's not happy with your neighborly relationship to, like, come over and sabotage your open house. So, but, like, why? I just feel like people are dumb.
Yeah, I think this
Yeah.
is something's going on. Like that, there is a backstory to that. They can't be just like, hey, my
Yeah,
neighbor.
this wasn't a first time offense.
No,
for sure.
absolutely not.
Which,
Uh-uh.
of course, all the buyers in there are going to think, like, what the
Oh,
heck?
I would never.
But more bright side, if you have 5 people at your open house at one time, there were probably like 50 people, and the other 45 had no idea that this happened. So lips are sealed.
Right.
That is true.
We're friends.
Yeah, the neighbors are great.
Yeah.
They're really friendly.
I
See
feel like that's
Sharon
not a
over
neighbor.
there, bake her cookies, and she's the nicest lady ever. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. There's nothing you can.
I
well,
don't think so.
the one thing you can do is basically tell your realtor to come up with a solution about parking, maybe side street, and be like, hey, whoever's coming from the open house, that's free parking there. Just park there. Don't park in front of the house. That's it.
Or
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
like I said, like I would go back to, you know who your neighbors are. So if you know that even could potentially be a problem, you tell your agent to just do private showings and
Yeah,
do a showing
that's
block
true.
the same time
Yeah.
as your open house.
Or just like let your
I
neighbors
agree.
know, hey, we're doing an open house. There might be a few cars parked on the street, like whatever. And if
I
they have a
agree
huge
with
problem
Joe.
with that, then tell your agent, yeah, let's not do an open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like it's not only about how many people come through the open house. A lot of people are bystanders, lookers, shoppers.
Mm-hmm.
But out of those, I don't know, 40 people that came through, probably 10 of them would be serious, and you want to make sure that one of those in those 5 groups
Yeah.
that were none of those people.
Yeah.
And
I
just do
also-
the private showings.
I also think too, like, listing agents get off on being like, I had 60 groups at my open house. Maybe like only one was like a serious interested. So like if you're that confident and you've been on the private market and you've already like scheduled out your showings, you're going to find your buyer anyway. You don't necessarily always need to have an open house.
Well, and let's be honest, open house is for the agents, not for the
True.
sellers.
Open
really,
houses don't sell.
open
don't sell
houses are for
properties.
agents to meet unrepresented buyers, mainly.
Yes.
Like truly,
Yes.
they rarely sell homes at the open houses.
Well, unless it's like spring market chaos, and the only time they're doing showings is the
exactly.
open
But
house.
then it's also for the agent, so
Yeah.
that you have everyone grouped in all together.
Social
But it's
media,
also-
look how many people.
But
Yeah.
it's more beneficial for the seller to have an open house that's packed and like creates a frenzy.
True.
True.
Because it makes the property look more desirable. Whereas like if you're in there by yourself, like you don't really know how much other interest
True.
you have, but when you see it with your own eyes, you're like, oh my God, I need this property. And then that drives the price up. So
That's a
true.
good point.
like it's
Yeah.
a strategy that does benefit the seller, but it also, it's a mutually beneficial
It's
situation.
a mutual beneficial, and in this situation, it benefited the agent more than the buyer.
Yeah.
Because more than the seller, because the agent could still go back and be like, "Oh my God, the people next door are crazy. Let me find you a different house," and then you can potentially
Right.
pick up buyers. Whereas the seller's kind of screwed because now every buyer that
They have
was
a
there
crazy
knows
neighbor.
that they're gonna live next to a
Well,
crazy
can you
person.
legally do that though? If you're an agent in an open house and somebody stops by and then you're like, hey, that's a shitty house that I'm selling. Let me find you something better.
No, but
I think that would be very unethical.
no. But if you call the buyer and after the open house and you say, "Hey, just getting feedback," and they're like, "Well, like while we were there was a
Yeah.
crazy person," be like, "Okay, well then clearly it's not a good fit." But I do
Yeah,
have
but
other
honestly,
homes.
would you even want to like get into that situation? Because every home that those people now go see, they're like, well, is this neighbor crazy? And it's like,
Yeah.
well, there's no way to know unless they
That's
come
true.
storm
I
into
would
the house.
I would still want to work with that buyer for sure. Because
Yeah.
you can make it like a fun bonding experience.
Well,
Yeah,
there's
true,
another
true.
solution on a human level, like just exclude the real estate from that. Is as the neighbor, just go to your neighbor, bring him like fucking plate of cookies and be like, listen, you hate me, I hate you. I'm trying to get out of your way.
I'm
Please.
trying to move.
Like I'm
please.
trying to
That's a
move.
good-
Like
yeah,
you
that's a good
literally,
point.
like you as a person, you hate me. I'm not very fond of you. I'm trying to get out of your way so you have a better neighbor. Don't screw it for both of us.
Yeah.
On a personal level, and you still
There's
hate
enough
each other.
hate to go around.
But then you basically ask her like, listen, I'm going to have another open house. Please don't ruin it so somebody else better than me moves here,
Yeah.
type of thing. So that's on a personal level.
Yeah.
Unless,
yeah. No,
unless
for
the
sure.
unless the lady's really fucking crazy, and then she's like, no, I'm going to make your life miserable, and that there's nothing you can do. at
And
this
then
point.
she sets booby traps all around
That's
the
crazy.
house. That would be so wild if that happened.
Uh,
Like, what if she just went like full crazy, like full Home Alone, and it was just like setting like booby traps? So like when buyers came, they were like getting like snatched up in a net.
Just live in a condo and then you have to fucking worry about it. Next.
No, you guys.
Wait,
no,
what?
you have to worry about it. Oh my God.
Do you have
Are
a
you
crazy
okay?
neighbor?
No, I'm not okay.
Do you have a
because
crazy neighbor?
yeah, well,
Oh.
no, well, listen. Okay, so
This
my
is like a
neighbor,
lot. We should take a deep breath.
I can't believe I haven't brought this up.
No, you have
until
to
right
exhale.
now.
You have to exhale.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay,
Now
let me
go.
get more comfortable.
I can't
Jesus
believe
fucking
I
Christ.
haven't brought this up until now. Oh my God. Okay. So
I'm nervous.
the way that my condo is set up is that like there's 2 units, mine and my neighbor's unit, that are like behind kind of like a swinging door. So like we have our own little hallway type of thing.
There's 2 units per floor.
There's 1 unit on the other side. So it's like 1 unit, 2 units, and the 2 units are like have their own little hallway. Kind of.
Okay.
So my neighbor is, I'll call him a boy because I'm very frustrated with him.
He's not a man.
He's not a man. No, far from it. So he is a boy.
Is he attractive?
I don't know. I've only seen him once. So he is a boy.
Wait, whoa. You've seen him once, but you don't know if he's attractive?
Okay,
She
just
has a book that she can come
my opinion of him has changed so much. Okay, first of all, he wears like the most like pungent cologne.
oh,
It smells so bad, and every time he leaves his house, it smells like no, you're good.
Okay.
It smells like the entire hallway, like has his cologne smell. Anyway, so I don't know what he does for a living. He must be like a consultant or something because he will be like out of town for a while because I don't hear his door open or close. over the weekend, I was out of town and I come home and he always leaves like a couple pairs of shoes out in the hallway, which is annoying as it is, but whatever, harmless.
Men are awful.
Boys
are awful.
The shoes are harmless. I come home this weekend and there's a dirty pair
No.
of socks
No.
outside in the hallway.
No.
They smell
No.
so bad.
You can smell it just walking through it. Jesus
Yes, Nick, I
fucking
have to hold my breath when I'm unlocking my door and when I'm leaving my house because it smells so awful. And they were there on Sunday when I got home. He's out of town. They've been there. It's Wednesday. They've been there. Who knows? They may have been there on Saturday. I don't know.
Burn them.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. What do I do? Like, I don't want to touch them. They're literally disgusting.
Have your boyfriend come do it.
True.
The least he could do.
He's a man.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, literally, who, what, when, how, why? Like, would you ever do that?
Why
like,
would
you
you
leave
do
dirt,
that?
like, and there also, he has like a pair of soccer cleats. So they're clearly like, he was doing
This
activity
just gets
in them.
worse and worse.
No, so bad. And I'm like, why on God's green earth would you leave your dirty socks outside your apartment and then leave town?
You should sell your condo.
You should move out.
No,
Burn it.
literally.
Burn the building.
What? Wait, can't you tell property management?
I just like file a complaint.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
Dirty
No,
socks.
seriously,
No
you can.
way.
You
I would-
can
I
do
would-
it though.
Do you have a door person?
No,
Do you have a property manager on site?
no, not on
Where
site.
the fuck do you live? Where call?
I live in an adorable vintage building with a shitty management company that's
a farmer's market. Boop, 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 boop.
vintage charm with in-unit laundry and central AC.
See, she's already selling
it.
it. Just sell it.
Yeah,
And
So-
some really adorable wallpaper.
Okay, just get rid of the socks.
First of all, the disgusting thing is that socks do not smell only from one workout. They don't smell that way only
you
from
guys, I'm
one
gonna be
workout.
sick.
Dude, honestly,
They
that's
don't.
probably why he wears so much cologne because he's stinky.
Yeah, you can imagine how his apartment smells.
What I would do is I would have your boyfriend help you. I would throw them away. And if like he
But, like, that's
asks
so
you,
awkward.
you gaslighting. Well, you gaslight him into not knowing what the fuck you're talking about. Are you saying that you left your dirty socks in a hallway? No, I haven't seen them.
Yeah.
That would be strange if you did, though, right?
Yeah, like that would be psychotic if
Right?
you did that and left town.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What
And
if
then you
she-
had the audacity to ask me about that.
Exactly. You should literally, if he asks you about it, you'd be like, what shitty person would do that?
Right?
Like, that's so horrible. And you'd be
That's
like,
Eastern
oh.
European way to address it.
I would be
Very
like,
passive aggressive.
I would be like, if you really want to know, tune into episode 3 of Behind the Sign, and you'll
Can you
find
imagine
out.
if he watches that.
That would be so funny. But like, I literally don't care. Like, that's psychotic. Can we all?
He's
agree?
clearly
It's
a
not
rent-
psychotic.
he's
This is,
renting.
Yes, he's a renter.
yeah, this is a college boy
And
that doesn't know
what's
what the fuck's
even
going
worse is his landlord is selling his unit. And so they're probably like showing it while he's out of town. And it's like literally probably smells like a pigsty.
Yeah.
I know, not probably. It
I
does.
would say that you have a buyer for the unit, and you brought the buyer to the unit, and this is the feedback I have to the seller's agent.
So you're welcome. I discarded of your disgusting socks.
Yep.
Like, I don't even think the wash would be able to make it.
Just throw
Well,
out.
we've all been to the units for showings where clearly,
True.
like, let's call it a bachelor's living there, and it
Yeah.
smells like a sweaty dude.
Yeah.
You can't get it out. It's in the carpet. It's in
No.
the drywall.
It's worse than a smoker.
It is.
It's
it truly
disgusting.
is. It truly is.
Yeah.
I need straight men, no offense, Nick, to get it together.
Yeah.
Get it together.
It's also just like not that hard.
No,
Like,
no.
just be a decent, responsible human adult and take care of yourself.
Just do laundry, dude.
Does he have in-unit laundry?
Yes.
Honestly, just do laundry because
There's no excuse.
a body odor doesn't smell that bad if you actually wash your clothes and take showers. Like, hey, everybody gets sweaty, but when people smell like, you know,
Yeah.
the disgusting, that means that you did not take a shower for like a day or two, more than a day, and you just stew in that fucking
Also,
sweat.
like,
It's disgusting.
If you don't want your own socks in your own home, why are you putting that on me? Like, come on. Throw them away.
We'll
My
need
God.
an update next week of what happened to the socks.
I mean, I was expecting something much worse, though.
Really?
Honestly, I was expecting something much worse.
I have a
this is
much
like
worse one
my
about the neighbors in the
worst case
condo.
scenario. Oh, okay.
I was under contract for a very long time for this condo. It was on the private. It has a private roof deck. It's like a 3-unit building and the top floor. So what happened was the seller from what I'm guessing, got into an argument with the bottom floor units, and they filed a
You mean a top
complaint
guy
on.
and gonna fight with the bottom? Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
exactly.
Got it.
Happens from
Great.
time to
Happens-
time.
Happens all the time.
Hey.
So I think they snitched on him to the city, saying that his roof deck was too big. So the city fined the building. So the seller was trying to sue with the city and try to not have to make the roof deck smaller. Eventually, they were forced to make the roof deck smaller. My buyers and I, we knew that lawsuit was going on. Back when we went on the contract, we knew that the city finally found them guilty. They made them reverse the roof deck. They made it like a half the portion.
Oh, my
And we
God.
were like, okay, cool. The only thing they have left is attorney fees. While the building and the other units and the seller were suing each other, and while the city was fining them that whole time, they accrued over $120,000 in attorney fees with all of that stuff. We were in the contract for like 6 months, and we ended up just finding something else. But you as a seller, that seller still could, it's marked temporarily no showings still to this day. And by the way, we closed in November. So we went on the contract with them last January of 2024. We stayed on the contract until like September. We finally said, you know what? Let's find something else. We went on the contract. We closed in November. And then that condo, I think briefly back on the market, I think it's still probably an issue because the seller's screwed. The seller is losing money. The seller might have to file a bankruptcy because he does not have enough money. They were suing each other over fees. I think he was voted to pay like 50 grand out of his pocket. And we were like, okay, well, we're not going to do that. So be careful with your neighbors.
Oh my God. Your neighbors can make you go bankrupt.
Yeah,
That's insane.
Literally.
I think
Also,
we
like,
should-
don't fucking build a rooftop you're not allowed to fucking
Well,
build.
he didn't. He bought it that way.
Yeah.
I think what happened, he
Oh.
probably had like a loud party and this like Karen of a person came up to them and said
Yeah.
something. He told them to go
Yeah.
screw themselves. But what kind of,
Just
like they shot
bring
themselves
your
in the
neighbor's
foot.
cookies. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw away my neighbor's socks and then I'm gonna leave him cookies at the door.
No.
Why?
No,
He's
you're
gonna be
gonna
out of
pret-
there in a month.
No,
or
you're
two,
gonna
like when they sell the
pretend
property.
that you don't know what he's talking about. I'm telling you.
What if he sues me?
Over
For
socks?
what? There's no.
Is
piece-
there
Small claims
evidence?
court.
Is there evidence?
Is there cameras?
No.
We have a great attorney.
You're good.
Yeah, exactly.
If there's
Oh
no
my
cameras,
God,
there's no proof. If there's no
watch
proof,
Katie
you're
go
good.
and Judge Judy over
Wait,
some
could you
socks.
imagine?
I would love it.
I love Judge Judy.
I would go on Judge Judy. That
I would
that'd be
love for
great.
you to go and Judge Judy.
Honestly,
We
anything
should
in
do
front of
more
the
neighbor
camera.
stories next week, though. That's funny, though.
Everyone annoy your neighbors this week and get back to us.
Yes.
What? Oh,
The
Oh,
neighbor.
you're my neighbor.
that was very annoying.
See? I don't even know who my neighbors are.
Oh,
Same.
that's another way.
Well, I know some, but
I
yeah,
have another
think
story. I'll save it for next week.
We'll lead with that next week.
Sounds like you need to go to therapy with these stories, honestly. But this is kind of like group therapy, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a lot of neighbor stories.
Or maybe are
live
you
in
the
a
problem?
5-unit building. How do you have so
No.
many neighbor
First of all,
stories?
my unit's 90 unit. My building's 90
Oh, it
units.
is?
Oh,
I
I thought you
it
were
was much
smaller.
smaller.
No.
The way you
It's-
describe it, I thought it was like a 10-unit building or something.
No, 90.
Oh shit.
No, but also my other neighbor stories are from my boyfriend's
Oh, okay.
condo because like you can hear everything.
Damn, are they loud?
Yeah.
Speaking of tops
On
and bottoms.
all sides.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ew, is that what it sounds like? Straight sex is weird. Ew. God. Heterosexual sex is just not normal.
It's not a choice, Joe.
It's not religion, Joe. It's not religion, okay?
I'm making a point.
I mean, imagine having to have sex with a guy who has dirty socks. That would
Well,
never
that
happen
is
to a
choice.
gay man.
That is a choice, though.
Well, okay, I
I'm
think
too
that
busy
you
for
can
sex.
hide the dirty socks for the time being.
You cannot
And
smell
the-
this. You cannot hide the smell of the dirty socks.
That's
so I
true.
will
No,
say
literally
that.
imagine
I'm gonna
having
gag.
imagine meeting a
Not in a
guy at
good
a bar and having to go back to his stinky male apartment and have sex.
No, you're walking. I'm turning
not
180
having
degrees.
sex.
And I'm saying, have a good night, and
I
walking.
think he
out
has a
of there.
girlfriend.
Ew.
Oh.
I think I've seen her
maybe it's
before.
a
Oh.
kink.
Ugh.
Ew. Well, a lot of
Listen.
people sell. I've heard that people sell their dirty socks online.
I've done it.
Idea, I'll take his socks and sell them. Extra
Make money.
stinky.
Make money.
That's
Straight
it.
male socks. There's got to be a buyer.
There's gotta be some weirdo.
You could
out
start a
there.
business.
But then he would have reason to sue me because I'm like profiting off of his
Yeah,
like, stuff.
exactly. I've seen enough Judge Judy. I know that that's actually
So maybe that's not good.
So this episode has taken a turn.
It's about real estate, you guys.
The moral of the story is don't fuck with your neighbors because they will
That's
you
true.
back and not in the good way.
Yeah, we went from my neighbor is crazy to heterosexual.
Well, we started with
Relationships are
Mormonism
crazy.
and then ended
Oh,
with
yeah,
dirty
that's true.
socks.
Yeah.
We go around.
I bet the
world.
Mormon men have a lot of dirty socks that
Well,
they
they have,
just,
like,
force their
Town
wives
wives
to clean
to like.
Do
trad
they?
wives?
I didn't
Yeah.
know that about Mormon people.
I
They
just
have
feel
more-
like the moral of the story is men suck. No offense.
Yeah.
Nick.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Eh,
I'm gonna say. I
Thank
feel like
you.
I'm gonna say that at least once an episode.
thank
No,
God
I think so
someone
good.
said it.
no,
think we
no
should.
offense taken. I don't give a shit.
You're not from this country though, so it's
That's
better.
true.
It's better. We like you more.
Oh no,
Yeah.
it's not where I'm from.
Well, now that he quit smoking cigarettes, he's better. But
That's true.
Do you miss it?
Yeah, every day,
he's like literally crying.
I'm sorry.
every day.
I have one in my
Oh,
pocket.
Don't
Just
do that to
kidding.
him.
I'm just kidding. Just a weed pen.
I'll take a hit of that actually.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll take anything, dude. I'll smoke anything right now. I swear to God.
Seriously, I will smoke whatever's in the bottom of my left pocket. Thank you so much for joining. We'll see you next week. This has been Behind the Sign with Nick, Anastasia, Katie, and Joe.
Extra
See you
unhinged
later.
today.
Love you, mean
Alligators.
it.